Hello and welcome to another video. Well, if you are struggling to get a band 7 in IELTS writing, then you have clicked the right video because I'm going to share 3 tips that you can use to get a band 7 in IELTS writing. Well, these are the tips that I used and got a band 7 plus, precisely a band 7.5 in 30 days in IELTS writing. Well, I'm not going to repeat the things that everybody tells you and talks about. I'm going to talk about the secrets that nobody talks about. So, if you want to know these crucial secrets for Band 7 in IELTS writing, please keep on watching. So, let's start with the tips. So, the first tip I've got for you is to use collocations. Now, I know what you must be thinking. What the hell is collocations? Well, the collocation is a combination, or these are a group of words that are often used together. Now I know what you must be thinking next. Why should I even bother using them in my IELTS writing? The answer is very simple. It makes your writing more natural. It makes your writing more sound more like an English native speaker. And why does that matter? Because it pushes you towards a higher band, ideally towards a band 7 plus. Now, if you're still confused and you don't know how to use them, don't worry, because I'm going to give you an example of one collocation. And also, guys, I'm going to share a secret tip at the very end, one free resource that you can use for your IELTS preparation that will really benefit you. Okay, so please watch till the end. But first, for now, let's look at the example of a collocation. As you can see on the screen, I've written harness the skills. Harness the skills is actually a group of words that we are using together, that we always use together. So, harness means to use or to utilize the skills. Well, it can be used perfectly in an essay that maybe it's talking about a job and an employer. So, you can say something like the manager must harness or use the employee skills. So instead of using the word use or utilize, you can use this phrase, this collocation, must harness the employee skills. So what it does is it gives variation. It tells the examiner that you've got a higher level of English, and that pushes them to give you a band 7 plus. And what you can do, guys, another tip that I can give you in regards to collocations is don't just memorize the vocabulary. I can see so many videos regarding band 7 plus vocabulary, but hardly anybody talks about collocation. So when you are building a dictionary for your IELTS exam, actually build a collocation dictionary as well. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to share a free resource that you can use for your IELTS exam preparation and build a collocation dictionary for yourself. Okay, so that was tip number 1. Now, let's go to tip number 2. The tip number 2 that I've got for you is adding variety to your writing. Now, guys, adding variety to your writing is extremely crucial. Trust me, your essay shouldn't be boring. All right? I know what everybody talks about. You have to avoid repetition and you have to use synonyms. We have heard of all of that. But I'm going to tell you a different way of adding variety, a way that nobody talks about, because I promise you, you will hear about different tips here that nobody talks about. So, one of the way that you can vary the language or add variety to your writing is using different forms of the same words. You know how there are different forms of the word? For example, there is a noun form, then there is a verb form, and there is something called gerund as well. I will be explaining that in a bit, so please don't worry. But adding variety to your writing is crucial, and using different forms of the same words can really help it. So, for example, let's look at the noun form. I'm using the base word create. Okay, so the noun form that you can use, as you can see on the screen, his latest creation got him an award. So here you can see the creation word from the base word create is a noun form. So this is one way of using it. Okay, or you can use a verb form, which is he created a beautiful masterpiece. That's a verb, that's an action. Okay, and the third one is a gerund form that I was talking about. Here, you use the verb and you add the ing. So you use create, and then you add ing. The verb plus ing is known as the gerund, and it's a perfect way for adding variation to your writing. So creating a new model will not be an easy task. So as you can see on the screen here, I've used 3 different forms from the base word create. And if I use a noun form, a verb form, and a gerund form, I will be adding variation, a variety. Okay, and that will be really interesting for the examiner to read. And that will obviously give us 7+. That's what we are aiming for. Now, let's look at tip number 3, which is extremely important. Okay, so the tip number 3 that I've got for you is like we hear all the time, like, proofread your essay, proofread your essay. We all know that. But I'm going to add something different here, and I'm going to tell you something different that I personally do, and it really helps me. It has helped me to get a band 7.5 before. So you have to personalize your proofreading. Now you must be asking, what is personalized proofreading? Personalized proofreading means you're looking for your own weak areas when you're proofreading your essay in an exam. So let me give you an example. Let's say your weak area is the usage of articles. So you really struggle with using the correct articles, A and the. So what you have to do is, when you are proofreading your essay, when you've written the essay, you're proofreading the essay in an exam, what you have to do, you have to focus, you have to keep in your mind, and you have to put particular focus or attention to have whether you have used the articles correctly or not. So you're focusing your attention, your complete focus is on the article particularly, because you know it's your weak areas. And how do you know that? Because you have been practicing, because you've been writing task 1 and task 2 while you're preparing for your exam. So you know, you are aware of your weak areas, and then you're using those weak areas, and you are kind of looking for the mistakes. Have you made any mistakes in there? So this is what I call for myself personalized. You're making it personal. Okay, you're looking for your particular weak areas, so that helps you to actually look for any mistakes and just correct them. All right, so this was the 3rd tip that I had for you. The first one was for collocations, the second one was adding variety to your essay, and third one was making the proofreading personalized to your mistakes, and then looking for any kind of mistakes that you might have made. All right, so thank you so much for watching, but please don't go away, because if you're preparing for IELTS and you found this video useful, consider subscribing. And please don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications of the new videos, because I've got a lot of material on my channel which will really help you. And this is all free, of course. So I'm sure that it will be beneficial for you. All right, and also check out the other free IELTS preparation videos on my channel. Now, the tip that I've got for you, I promised you a tip. An extra tip. You know how I talked about the fact that you should be using collocations. So what you can do is, for the collocations, you just have to go to Google and you just have to type collocation dictionary, Oxford collocation dictionary. All right. And what it does is, it is a free resource, so you don't have to pay for it. That's the good thing about it. And you can look at different words, you can look at different collocations, and then just look at different collocations and note it down in your notebook, and it will really, really help you. Guys, I have to ask you for a small request. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing to my channel, because it really gives me the motivation to make more videos like these. All right. And best of luck for your IELTS preparation. I really hope you get the score that you need. And if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. All right, I will be leaving a link for the other preparation videos in the description box below. So if you want to check out, you can check out. All right, so thank you so much for watching. All the very best. Thank you.